Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of Hates the Name Plays Monster Train. Uh, so last time we were met with great success as the Stygian with our Hellhorned allies on Covenant Rank 1, and we managed to unlock the final primary clan here of the Melting Remnants. So I figure let's run them through this Covenant Rank 1. And to mix things up a little bit, we're going to go to the Awoken. That way we're still in a little familiar territory, but we're not running the Hellhorn like always. So let's, without further ado, get this thing going. Okay, some brand new cards here. Extinguish. What does Extinguish do? Triggers on death. Okay. Apply stealth to one to friendly enemy or friendly units. I can read. It's early. First video of the day, so some slack. Uh, 2 for a fatal melting. Deal damage to enemy units equal to 3 times the number of friendly units' deaths this battle. There seems to be some dying ally sort of synergy going on with this clan. I wonder then if they would work really well with those morsels, if they'd count as ally units that die. Okay, consume spells. Okay. The one we thought we had last time. I should maybe have looked at my champion before doing this. This seems like a solid option, although we do know that our spells are going to be consumed, so that is a bit rough. And with that knowledge, I still might be the better pick over this. So yeah, let's go with that. Okay, burnout. Counts down every turn. When burnout runs out, the unit dies. Okay, so he starts out really strong, a 60-60. At this level, that's quite high. Resolve, reform a random unit. What does reform mean? Return a defeated friendly unit to your hand. Enhances with burnout 1 +5/+5. So it gives you 1 turn of getting a unit back slightly stronger. Oh boy. Let me tell you, these cards are interesting. These choices here. The Burn Bright or the Dark Calling. I don't think I'm really ready to use either, but I think I understand this one a little bit more. It's a little more straightforward. So unlike usual, we may not want to cast our champion on the very first turn. Oh, and these guys have burnout as well. Is that what we get? Oh, we do. We get burnout units instead of getting torches or other spells. These were added because we started with a Covenant rank. And then we have the Fatal Melting. Interesting. Okay. So let's go ahead and start this off with our trial turned on. So oftentimes you start with your champion in your first hand, and almost always you want to play him right away. Here, I'm not sure that's the case anymore. Like we'd rather save him for next time he comes around, hopefully before the boss shows up. So I think we do something like this. And I mean, we might as well put this out to block. Ooh, it looks pretty crazy with those scythe hands. And then this is just, I don't know, a glob of wax. Interesting stuff. I kind of want to put another burnout unit back here, but at the same time, let's just get some damage done to her. She's got quite a lot of health for this level. I don't really think I have a lot that attacks the back row, unfortunately. So we're gonna do something pretty similar this round, but we are gonna put that up here so that we get the gold on that kill. So yeah, we're not getting a lot of damage dealt here. And then the boss is showing up in the following round, so we are going to want our champion as soon as possible now. This might be an okay option. This will do 3 damage currently. Did I have a friendly unit die? Oh, I did. He burnt out. Okay, that makes sense. So we'll put that back here. We'll hit her as hard as we can there. Sadly, it's not very hard, and we're not getting a lot out of this. How big is our champion? He's a 2-slot, so standard size. So I'd like to fit him in here. So I won't play the train steward there yet. I'll play this unit here, and yeah, there's not much more we can do. Unfortunately, our pyre is taking damage here. I'm not sure what I could have done too differently, other than obviously not taking the trial or played this guy earlier, but then I wouldn't have him for fighting the boss with. Let's put our champion at the back, I guess. And now he's gonna kill. That might have actually been a bad idea, but it turned out all right. Doesn't really matter. The boss is already dead. So that's 60 damage. Yeah, that's quite nice at this stage. Okay. Burnout 1 with multi-strike 1 and 10 times 2. Okay. Enhance a friendly unit with +5 attack, but apply burnout 2. I wonder how that works when they have burnout. Like, would it extend this guy's burnout to 2? Would it add and become 3? Restore 10 health and apply burnout 2 to a friendly unit. I wonder, these might allow me to extend my my champion's burnout. And with that in mind, I think I gotta go with these. This guy's pretty good, and if I can extend his burnout, having a big multi-strike unit, I like doing that. But I think I gotta go with one of these for the sake of my champion. They both give burnout 2. This one heals, so I think I'm gonna go with that, just because right now his damage is pretty good already. Boy, I don't know. I'm not sure if any of these is gonna be extremely useful or not. We know we can make this into a pretty good spell, so we're gonna go with that. You harvest, hey? And if you slay, you gain money? Paraffin Thug, huh? These are some interesting cards. This is interesting. I guess he'd be more of a tank, since he gets more health than anything when he harvests. I'll try him out. It's definitely looking like an experimental sort of run, so I might not expect to really win this one too easily. And if we go to the right here, we'll get to upgrade units. I guess giving him some added health early would be nice. I'm not sure what else we would really look to gain. I mean, we could upgrade those units that are... I was kind of hoping for something to go out front. Okay. Now, do we want the harder hitting multi-strike? Like, are we going to buff her damage? Currently, we don't really have that option. So I guess let's go with the quick unit. You can always hope to try and give her multi-strike later. That seems like a pretty solid option here. It makes him quite hardy. Granted, I'd want him on the same floor as like this, and they're only 1 pip each, like 1 capacity, so I could fit them. So I guess I'll try it. And then I like giving her some extra damage. I think that's pretty nice. And we're poor now, so we'll carry on. Enemies on each floor. I think we can tolerate that. We'll probably see some more pyre damage dealt, but in the name of scaling, and this is kind of an overall learning experience for us, so I expect things to go interestingly. So now we have the ability to potentially extend our champion's life, but we need to draw this pretty regularly. If I could get holdover on that, that would make him like indefinite. So that would be pretty strong. He will get stronger every time they die. He would take a fair chunk of damage. Let's put them up here. I think this is an alright setup. And then we'll put him on the bottom floor. And I really need to draw that 1 card within 3 turns. It's a 0-cost card, so no matter what, I'll be able to play it as long as I draw it. Now the question is, do I bother with this unit? And I mean, I could, just to knock this unit out. And there's not much else to do with my mana, so I guess it makes sense to. So yeah, he takes a few hits there, but he's getting stronger as well. And yeah, of course our pyre was doomed to take some damage. Destined to. Oh, I do want this guy dead, so this is a very good use of this, in my opinion. Makes him exceptionally strong. He's a 1-pip unit, so we can do that pretty easily. This is doing 0 damage so far. Are you at? Yeah, you could use some healing. And why not hit you with a little more? We're at a brief respite here. You are going to die. This unit will die next turn unless it gets more burnout. So I think that means he's done. Like, I think there's no way we save him at this point. I could be wrong, but I'm going to put this unit down here in the hopes of getting the burnout card to work on him if our champion dies. Yeah, and our champion did just die there. So sadly, this game one too late. We really needed it just any time earlier. Okay, so this is interesting. Oh, I guess he burns out. Well, we can extend his existence. 37 damage. It's not a ton. And he's gonna die. Okay, well, there's not much we can do. So yeah, they have stealth. It didn't last a terribly long time. I don't need to purge these from my deck, but I guess if there's nothing else I can really do with my time here. Oh, it's only a friendly unit. Otherwise, I was thinking, what if I burn out one of their units? They would potentially disappear. So sadly, this is going to be a lot of heavy lifting done by our pyre again. These are going to do 0 damage because he's got no health left to heal. Oh, he's actually going to die thanks to the amount of health and damage they already have. That's actually really nice. This unit got bigger than I expected already. So maybe there's something to that. Extinguish. Deal 35 damage to the front enemy unit. That's when he dies. I like that. It's like it'll tank a hit, reform 2 random units. This could help us bring back our oh, drip fall. That's kind of neat too. Lets you set up a floor, but also can be used on the enemy. These are some pretty interesting cards. This clan seems really neat. Hey, what do I take though? This could bring our champion back. It could also just bring back those random units. It puts them in your hand, right? Yeah. Which they're all free units so far, so I'll try that out. I'm not crazy on any of this. Maybe this is decent, just because our units burn out anyways. This will let us make them a little bit stronger. But I'm not sure that the Awoken really works well with the Remnant clan. So again, I'm not sure what I'm looking to upgrade if I go this route. I could upgrade this guy a little bit further. He's already pretty good, or he was pretty good for us in that last one, so I do like that. But I think getting like holdover on this, that could be really strong. So let's go this route and see what we get. You're pretty tough. Now, the gold gain is nice, don't get me wrong. But trying to make Slay work can be kind of a pain. Although he does stick around, like he doesn't burn out. But he only has 3 health, so I'm gonna try this this unit here. I wonder why this clan has a unit that has gold gain. Like, do they feel like it needs it? Restores 20 health. We don't really need that. Although it is held over, so honestly, like, this would restore our champion quite nicely. We just have to draw it before our champion dies, which we didn't do last time, but I think we could probably expect to do most of the time. We do want to upgrade this one with something similar as well, damage-wise. Making this one cheaper seems fine. We won't really be able to afford much if we reroll, so we'll just keep what money we have left. Let's see what we got. This is new, to me anyways, Ember Deposits. So we get to choose get Abandoned Stave, or Stav, gain 2 Vengeful Shards, or get 3 Crucified Ember now and get upgraded versions later. What do the upgraded versions look like? Once played, this card is removed from your deck for the rest of the rest of the run. But it doesn't actually say what they, like, I know when you get the Blight options, this one will deal 100 damage, but that's through an artifact. So without that artifact, what does this do for me? It really depends on what the upgraded version looks like, I guess. So what does this do? You get +1 1 Ember per turn for every 2 Blight cards in your deck. And it adds 2 cards to our deck. So we would get extra 2 energy. That kind of pays for itself, honestly. So even on the turns where we draw the Vengeful Shard, we should, like, the energy this gives us pays for the Vengeful Shard and still gives us 1 extra as long as we don't draw both. And if we do draw both, it's still giving us the energy to cast them both. So that's kind of a net positive, honestly. There's a few situations in which that could still be a negative, like if we get Ember drained or something, but it's only in those circumstances that that's not a positive for us. They get a damage shield on their explosives. It's a bit annoying. I'm not sure we have much in the way of targeted spells anyways, so Not the end of the world for us. Okay, they both have Burnout 3, so if I play them both, there's a pretty good chance that we lose one of them before this shows up, if not both. That could actually happen and be really bad for us. So I'm thinking I'll just play the one unit, just this guy right now, and I wouldn't mind saving the space for something like her at a later turn. I don't really want to play anything here because this is going to blow up and deal 10 damage. I don't have enough units to be picky about putting this guy down, I don't think, so we'll just do that. That doesn't do any damage right now, so it's fine. Oh, he's going to get killed by the damage shield anyways. Alright, so this is an example of where this is not net positive. +1 for every 2 blights. Oh, I need to read better. My reading comprehension not doing well for me there. Okay. So this was a pretty good setup for us last time. Because she'll get kills early, buffing him, and then, yeah, he'll be able to get some benefit from it. Now I really hope to draw my Burnout extension card. Did not get so lucky. What do we have in here? Just a train steward. I mean, it does make a stronger train steward. There's no denying that. Oops. Oh well. I was considering... Oh, he comes back with 0 cost. Is that always the case? Oh, is that card consumed? It is consumed, I see. Oh yeah, and 0 cost. Right there and under reform. Okay, well, good to know. I can do this to break the damage shield, but that's about all I get out of that. But I mean, I guess, what else am I doing with my time? Burnout 1, so that's what he has. So if I play this guy, he dies next turn. I would kind of rather wait until I have the holdover card. So this unit's gonna die at least. Nothing I can do about this unit. I can hit him for 5, so I guess I will. And let's put some regen on this guy. And that's about all I've got. Sadly, still not drawing the card I need for my champion. Oh, I didn't even draw it this turn. I kind of expected to. They're killing this guy, taking a little bit of heat on that. Not a big deal. I do wish I had one more capacity to fit this in here. Fit that out front. That'll keep him alive. I might as well. Although I do kind of want to put that bigger unit down. But I guess I can wait until I have the space. He'll burn out before that happens anyways. Creepy voice. Then do I put this unit at the top here? And I think the answer is yes, because I have the energy, so I might as well. You are full health now, right? Yeah, everyone is, so that card's kind of useless. Which I'm finding to be the case in a lot of my situations. Freedom, oh jeez. Apparently these things want to die. Okay. You're going to die whether I keep him around or not. Or like whether I buff him. I can kill this unit. That seems like a pretty solid option. If he dies, that clears up 2 spaces. Your 2 space. Okay, so we can afford to put this unit out here, and maybe I'll put him in the back, and then give him a little extra. Yeah, it is additive. So now he has 4 rounds of existence, which is nice. This does a little bit of damage, so might as well. And sure, he'll get a hit on this guy. And now thanks to the holdover I have on that spell, I can maintain one of these units for as long as I'd like. So we'll cast that right away. He's gonna die. You'll kill him in one attack, and then kill him in one attack. So there's no point in holdover on that unit. He's gonna die in one hit. I can do this to kind of stop that from happening. I'll do that, and then that. And he'll die in one hit whether or not I put this on him, so I guess I'll just put it on this unit. It's back to this level doing most of the heavy lifting for me. I do have enough room for her, so I'm going to fit her at the back here and give her that burnout holdover. Although I maybe could have used him, but she's stronger, so that makes more sense anyways. Let's put the heal there. Oh, he's already dead. I'm thinking ahead when I really don't need to. This level, this setup is doing good work for me right now. I can tell by the fact that he has only 22 health remaining that it won't last that way forever, but for right now, it's really doing some good work. Harvest, so that's when other units die, yeah. Gain 1, soul 1, extinguish. Deal damage to enemy units equal, and that's all enemy units on the floor, equal to 15 times the soul count. Devourer of Death. That's interesting. It's very interesting. I'm gonna try it out. Not really what I'm looking for. I'll try her again, I guess. I think I like the capacity in this situation because being able to fit just one more unit on a floor will be nice. And a lot of those burnout units are a single, yeah, they're a single capacity, a lot of these ones. I'm thinking I might go this route just to get this duplicate, because I think duplicating that holdover, yeah, duplicating this so that it comes out a little more frequently could be really, really strong. So let's go there first. We will duplicate that spell. Then we'll remove, and I think we can remove some train stewards. We have enough units in this deck that we don't really need to keep them around. So this doesn't extend your burnout life any. It just makes you stronger. Resolve. Reform a random unit. Triggers after combat. So if I did go this route, he will give me free powered up units every turn, assuming something is dead for him to bring back. That's pretty interesting, honestly. That's highly tempting. And this is only a 15/15 upgrade, which isn't nothing, but it's also not everything. It's not amazing. With our ability to extend our units with those holdover spells now, we could make some pretty strong units that actually last, potentially. I do have this in my hand, which doesn't do anything for me right now, unfortunately. I could do this setup instead of the other setup I've been doing. Should I set up on, like, okay, this is a given, I think, because they're gonna die, and or you know, one of them at least will die and power this guy up. I do wish I could kill more than one at a time with him. If I could somehow torch this whole row. I'm feeling like the Awoken was a mistake with this. Something that like does spell damage to kill the enemy units, that would buff him up. And these healing spells are just aren't doing that much. Anyways, we could put him back here. He doesn't burn out, so there's no giving him that burnout effect. So I think I'll put him here. And then I'll put the heal on him just so he takes one less damage. This is useless, right? Yeah. When they're not damaged, those spells are useless. So sadly, that's some damage getting through onto our pyre again. Yikes. Okay. Standard setup. This is probably a pretty good choice. Although we could go right here, and then he'll just like gain so many souls. It's an interesting idea. I wonder if there's a way to sacrifice that unit if we wanted to. I can't hit that unit, unfortunately. So I guess it makes sense to just do this, and then it doesn't really matter. Put you in the back. Is my champion about to burn out? No, he's got one left. I really hope I draw one of my two holdover spells. Yeah, there it is. We can finally start the process of keeping this guy alive. Which, on that topic, we can also try to make, we can try and juggle casting it between the three of these units and keep them all alive. I think it's a good idea to hit this guy with it. Just make him a little bit beefier. And I think well, I guess I have these units, but I was going to say I think I'm otherwise out of big units to kind of fill the spaces with. So I might as well get this guy onto a floor somewhere. This guy's about to burn out, yeah. Oh, and then he gets brought back right away. I wasn't sure if that would happen this turn or the next. I should have put this on the same floor so that I could have the burnout units working in conjunction. I didn't even really consider. Okay, so you've got 2 turns left. You all have two turns left. Let's put it on him first. And then we can put it on her next. He's gonna burn out, so I guess I could have put it on him. But I'm okay with him burning out. They're both dying. They're both dying. You're surviving. So let's put you here. And then do we put you here? I think that seems sensible. Get that out of my deck. / hand. Excuse me. Thank you. I have those units left to cast. So the 2 spaces are kind of nice for that. I don't know if I want to put another train steward on there. So that it does tell me that I should be removing a train steward from my deck, probably. It's kind of neat to see the smoke starting to come off them to show that they're starting to burn out. 3 damage. Just 3, huh? 3 times the number of number of units. Unit deaths. Friendly unit deaths. That's about to go up by a few. We're gonna keep one of them alive, so that makes sense. Put him back there. There's no real reason not to. And we'll heal this guy. There's no real reason to cast this, but sure. kills one unit. So his resolve happened this time before they died. I don't know why that like happened at a different time, it seemed like, but okay. So if we extend you, you still die. I wonder, do they burn out between rounds? Like, are they gonna get to attack more? I'm not making a lot of sense here. What I'm wondering about is every time he attacks, are they burning out one, or are they gonna keep extending? It's a very interesting question. There we go. So, oh, okay, so this is saying that she's gonna burn out before she dies. So they do burn out between attacks. That is good to know. Yeah, so she's starting to burn away. She's gonna get burnt out right there. So it is worth hitting them with these effects to keep them going as long as possible. So like he's still burning out. Now he's gonna die. 280, 283. I think this is about as, oh, I guess he's a zero cost unit. I can put him out. He only has 8 health, so he could buy my champion 1 extra turn, and I think that's probably worth it. Yeah, now he'll burn out 343. So we're getting pretty close to killing the boss here. Yeah, and then we're still gonna burn out before we die. That made pretty good use of my champion's health. And I think this floor is just, yeah, it's just solid. It's going to win. Purge those, though I think we've learned that we don't have to do that. Oh, we caused him to burn out. I do have to be careful with that in the future. What a gentleman. Top hat and cane. What a cool guy. Or I guess a bowler cap, not a top hat. Apply stealth 2 to friendly units. Interesting that stealth seems to be one of their kind of staples of this clan. So he's stealth 1, extinguish, so triggers on death, plus 10 permanently. So that means if you can bring him back, which we can, we have one of these and we have a champion that does, he'll come back with plus 10 damage. I'll try it. It's kind of a weird one, but I'll try it for sure. I like this. It'll help me draw out my holdover spells, which I think are pretty important to my deck right now. We could stand to upgrade our units, don't get me wrong, but I mean, this is pretty tempting. A free artifact plus the ability to buy an artifact. Let's see what we have coming up. Okay, we can hit up a Merchant of Steel next round, and that's probably what we'll do. So yeah, let's go with this side for now. See what our free one is. We'll go with the Rooted. That gives us an extra round of them being on the train before they get to the pyre. 50% chance to swap their positions. I'll take that. I could have re-rolled and hoped for something better, but I think it's okay. We do want the coins. So this is gonna be an interesting go. I do feel like our damage output is kind of lacking right now. We're not exactly keeping up with everything in the regards to damage dealt. Okay, so I think the play here looks something like setting up this floor down here. Now I can kill this unit right away with a glimmer, and since I'm gonna have extra mana, I think I might as well. So let's just put him behind. Do that. Now you, I think I do want to cast right away. Again, it's a bit risky. I do need to get those holdover spells before he dies. But otherwise, I have to wait for him to come all the way back through the deck, and that seems kind of rough. We're gonna buff him a little bit, give him a little health. I do want to hit that, yeah, collector. Loot goblin. So let's put this unit behind so we get that hit done, and we'll get that out of my deck. This would be the perfect turn to draw one of my... I should really learn what the card is called. Sadly, not gonna get lucky. Purifying Cleanse. That's a weird name for it, honestly. So you're about to burn out. And there's nothing we can really do about that, sadly. 75 damage. So if I put one of these units, this guy in, 85, but you still have the armor. You're not dead. There's 3 damage to everything, so that does kill that back unit, which is nice. There's no room for him here. I can put him up here for when this guy comes up. And I guess I might as well. Or I can put him down here to dish a little damage to the guy at the back. This does make better use of his life. Okay. So we want to keep her alive because she's some of our better damage. Want to keep him alive, and dealing some damage that way is nice. He's gonna die because his stealth is gone. Him dying is kind of what he's there for, but I'm also kind of like, I don't know what. Should I let him die? He gets 10 armor when something dies. So even putting this out is going to give him 10 armor. It's not good. What do we want to extend? Which unit? Do we want to keep him going? Or would we rather just further extend her? We'll keep her alive for now. This will keep him going. Let's get a heal out on him. Again, our damage is kind of falling behind. As you can tell, these big guys are all making it up to the pyre at this rate. We do finally get this thing out here. Could put it here. It's not amazing. You're gonna gain 10 armor, so are you. That's really unfortunate. I'm not sure there's much I can do to prevent them from gaining 10 armor. Put this unit here. Give him a little health. Keep her going. Maybe give him a block. Ugh, they're both done. Oh, you have damage? I guess, yeah, we gave them all damage. Drat. That was a mistake. Our Pyre is likely to take a fair bit of damage here. And you're only taking 161, and this is like my better floor, so I'm in some pretty big trouble here. We can put you down. Oops. I think we really need something good out of this. This is not quite what we were looking for. Oh, they came back with Burnout 3. I thought they would come back with just Burnout 1. Yeah, Burnout 1. I guess it added to the Burnout that they already have. That's interesting. It does make them a little stronger. Okay, these guys are making it up. Putting a train steward just helps them gain armor. Oh, you have sweep. That's why this floor didn't do much damage. It really hurts our quick unit at the back. So you are both gonna burn out. Now you're gonna die before you burn out. Let's give her that. And I mean, they're both dying in one hit. Let's keep her alive for as long as we can, I guess. Yeah, thanks to sweep, those two front units aren't really helping. I didn't actually see how much health we were leaving him with. I think we're pretty dead. Okay, yep. Well, like I said, this was something of a learning run. And we did learn quite a bit about the Remnant clan. They have some really neat mechanics, but we're gonna need a lot better to keep up with this game if we're gonna use those guys. We're gonna need to find a way to deal damage with them, and that wasn't really coming out there. So we'll see you in the next one.